What is going on? What's happening? This is your boy, Big Rob, coming at you. And first and foremost, before I get started, I want to welcome each and every one to my channel. And on this channel, I discuss all the topics that you see right here in the bottom of the screen here. And if you want more content like this where I discuss, my daily life, struggles, triumphs from a person that has ADHD, mindset, goals, moving abroad, all that stuff, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll get more content from me that can help you throughout any situation that you got going on. This is all based on my personal story. Like I said, I'm just here to give you the sauce, give you everything that I go through. So everything that's being shared can either motivate you or provide you a direction. So with that being said, let's just get started. Now, the reason the title of this video is the reason why I will never go back to the workforce, and I refuse to go back ever again after this situation, after these issues that I have faced throughout my entire life in America, okay? And as I stated, I'm sorry, I'm just out here walking talk session going on. I like to get my exercise on. But anyway, being that I have ADHD, diagnosed with ADHD when I was 6, it's always been hard. That alone, trying to figure out how to live with my brain wired differently, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's going through this. It's already bad enough that you got to work with a brain that's rewired kind of differently from everybody else. But the social and economic impact that it can, that I'm also dealing with on top of this, okay? To everyone else, I'm viewed as different. And this was troublesome. So imagine going through your whole life in a system to where people view you as broken. If you don't do things, the system is designed to make you become a slave, pretty much. All right? Be obedient. Raise your hand when spoken to. Don't go against the system. Don't question nothing, right? Well, something about that just did not sit right with me. I didn't know why at the time. You don't know all this stuff until you get older. Why it didn't work, why things just did not click for you. It's not that you're ignorant or dumb in anything, but to them, this is what I was facing. I was tired of being called lazy. I was tired of being called stupid, dumb, all types of words. Just because you think different, just because you don't follow the script or don't do what they do. Went through the whole education system. And then when it came to the workforce, it was even worse. I couldn't hold jobs. I couldn't survive workplaces. It gotten so bad throughout my life. I think the longest I ever held a job throughout my entire life was 5 years, but it was forced. Not forced, but I had situation had happened. I'm gonna bring this up. And I had, I had somebody there with, help me through all of this. Throughout my time at this particular company I was going through, I had, before that, I was unemployed for 5 years. Okay, and I just landed this particular job because, just like everybody, you're just trying to restart your life. You're trying to build up. You're trying to try to get your life in track. You did everything right. But this particular place, God. But anyway, now I'm going up into this place, and just off the bat, I was immediately judged, not given a chance. And at this particular job, I would work hard. I would do everything that was required. But yet, when other people that came in knew they would get hired over me, people that been there 6 months, and I always wonder why everybody, you doing all this stuff, and why everybody coming in and they get hired over you, or you being skipped over. Everybody questioned that. Even one of the I guess one of the recruiters wanted to know, and then I didn't figure this out until later on. The reason why, because everybody thought I was dumb, stupid, and all this other stuff, and you can't follow directions, or you don't learn it. And the thing is, and I said this because I have ADHD, I learn different. I don't learn corporate way. And one person that worked at this company who had ADHD even vouched for me and worked with me. And through all of that, I ended up, despite all of that, I did get, hired on and stuff. But even that, even proving people wrong at the job was even worse, because it seemed like no matter what, they just had it in for me. So they did everything they could to push me out. And it got to the point so bad that I had to take legal matters. And here's the sadder part. From where I'm at, when I decided to take legal actions against the former company I worked for at that time, no lawyer, despite all the evidence, and I documented everything at this point, and no matter what, no attorney, no lawyer wanted to take my case. Even through all of this, I'm like, this is crazy. You mean to tell me a person with ADHD going through discrimination, but yet when it came to getting someone to fight for me when I really needed the most, y'all not there for me? So it got to the point, and I made it in my mind. I said, since this place, and then I thought about this even, and I spent this thought even broader. I said, if this country and this state can't fight for me when I need help the most, and when I'm going through all of this, then why the hell should I fight and stand up for a country that would never fight for me? Why should I support a country that won't fight for me? This is when everything's kicked in. So I told myself, I said, I'm gonna fight for me. If no one gonna do it for me, fight for me. And seeing all this stuff, if no one gonna fight for me, I will fight for me. But I'll be damned to continue to stay in the country and go through this, and everybody turns an eye. So eventually I end up taking my own case, and I had to learn as I go. I was forced to learn everything on my own, and forced to learn employment law. And the only thing closest to law that I even had was watching the TV show Law and Order. That's the only thing close to of law experience I had. And yet, despite it all this, I was willing to do it. And see, that's the thing about people with ADHD, is that when we thrive when we're forced to do something. When we're being pushed in situations like this, this is when our gifts, this is when the true power of ADHD comes out. And it's unfortunately it had to come through like this. But anyway, despite all of that, I ended up coming out on top of all of this by myself. No advocate, no legal no legal representative representing me in my case. I had to do it all on my own. And that's when I really realized from all of this that it's not worth giving up my time, my energy, and my peace, sacrificing my peace for a company, for anybody that's gonna disrespect it, undermine it, and undervalue me in this case. So I said, I'm gonna learn everything. I'm gonna fight on my own, financially, legally. So what I ended up doing through all of that is I decided while I was going through this was learn a skill. And in this day and era, I wanted financial freedom, of course. I wanted to be able to survive and build a life on my own terms. But I knew the skills necessary, the thing that's going to necessarily propel the life that I want, that you have to do something like promote your own product, digital products. In this case, it was that. And also I learned how to trade a financial market. You know, that was a huge learning curve, but eventually something I mastered. And now I don't have to depend on nobody, or worry about where my income is coming from. But yeah, after this experience that I had with corporate America, the whole American system, I was done. I am done, okay? So, I basically want to tell you guys, or share this, to let you know, if you have ADHD or facing situations, first of all, you're not alone, you're not crazy, nothing's wrong, and you're not broken, okay? It's just that this system, the American system, is not designed with you in mind. All you are is just I would say commodity. All you are is a slave to these people, that they can take advantage of your energy, your time, your resources just for profits, and screw over you when it's done. That's what it is. So I hope this message hits. I hope people come to a realization, and that the only way to get out of this is you got to be a free thinker. You got to break the matrix. You got to break outside the matrix. You got to think for yourself. You got to fight for you, because no one else is. And I was able to do that. But unfortunately, I had to go through what I'm going through now, and I realized that my ADHD is really a superpower and not a hindrance like the system tried to paint it. So just want to put that out there. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. God bless. And if this message hit, you know what to do. Take care. God bless.